blame that on my mother. I can't go nowhere less than me. My lovers, I'm trouble. First I'm excited.
Y'all, I don't even know how to start this or begin this because I have an immediate attitude. I'm blaming everybody. Everybody let me down, in the words of the song that we're just playing. But welcome, you guys. If you're new here, I'm Ashley. This is My Sweet Perspective, and I'm joined by Tyra over at Struggle Reviews TV. And we are back tonight to talk A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 5, In the Name of the Mother. In the Name of the Mother. Tyra, how are you, madam? And are you ready to talk about it? Are you ready to talk about last night's episode? The trauma of it all.
I'm fine.
Fine.
Big for nothing. Useless. It's cool. I will say I did not expect Dunk to be the knight of all knights or just skilled, but I expected more. You big and that tall for nothing?
Oh, baby. We're going to get into it because I have thoughts, damn it. Because the way they continue to play in my face, first of all, with these 30 little minute episodes, and then to make the battle, which I'm amping this up in my mind. I'm like, oh, we're going to see everything. And half the episode we actually spend in the past, but we're going to get over to it. And we're going to start here because we start here every time. And I'm going to go first because damn it, I have thoughts. This was wrong as hell. I did not expect the spoilers. If you haven't watched it, leave, but then come back after you watched it and check us on the replay. But the way, and we got the prophecy, and I knew the prophecy was going to be correct, but I'm thinking, okay, Maekar could go. There's a lot of big dragons on the field, right? I'm not thinking the damn big dragon is Bay. Like, why would you do that to me? Why would you give my hopes up here and snatch it away? And not only that, we don't just get to see him on the battlefield laid out, sprawled out, dead. We have to have the delusion of it, the pump fake, right? Like, oh, I'm good. I'm going to call the maester down. You're going to be fine. Whatever. Dunk carved up like a Christmas ham. This was a lot going on in this episode. I was like, damn it. But overall, I mean, did it satisfy me as a penultimate episode? It did not, because I don't like the outcome, but I do think it was fine as a penultimate episode. The happenings happened. We had a climax. We had, disappointment in abuse, as I'm going to put it, but it was fine. It was not my favorite episode of the season. I hated it. Tyra?
This show acts like it doesn't have 30 minutes. At 6 episodes, and I'm sure we're going to have to politely be sat and wait for whatever's coming next, because I know they're going to leave us wanting more, okay? 30 minutes? You could, the least you could have done was hour-long episodes. That's the least you could have done. It's 6 episodes. As like the rest of the show, the writing is great. Did I want to splice the battle with flashbacks? Not necessarily. Like, we didn't have to go there for y'all to remind me that a punk, a simp, tired, a little gullible. These are things that we already knew were deeply rooted and embedded in the likes of Duck. Not surprising. I mean, it was sincere and necessary in a way, but we could have went through that earlier on, and I really wanted to just solely focus on the fight. The way you will never show up and be this useless in a battle. Like, it was the immediate impact for me. Like, you were out for the count the moment you galloped that horse. I was like, my mouth was open for all the wrong words. I was like, I know you lying. And then, of course, you're sitting there on pins and needles like, okay, so this is when he takes charge. And
yeah,
it was like, I was like, how much damage to the body are you going to take? I was like, throw in the towel. Somebody, throw in the damn towel. Get the white towel and throw it on the ground, Egg, before he's down for the count. I was really sitting here like, okay, so does Egg go on solo? Because this is the day that you don't come back from and you die a hero. Like, I don't know. I'm unimpressed, Dunk, in the worst way.
Lord, I really was like, this got to be a dream. And we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But yes, I'm still so proclipped and almost speechless at this. Like, and I thought I was safe over here. I was like, all right, George R. Martin, I know what you've done before. I know what you do in House of the Dragon. I know what you did in Game of Thrones. I know in the Song of Ice and Fire. I know what you do over there. I said, he ain't gonna do that over here. This is the adventures of Duncan Egg. Like, why would you do that to me? And then to make it the finest man on the show, like, why would you take Bay from us? Why would you take that beautiful man, Birdie? Why would you take Birdie from us? I didn't like it, but anyway, we're gonna get into it because there was a different director this episode. I might add, this was not Adina Howard Jr. this time directing. This was a man. In last night's episode, but of course the title was In the Name of the Mother. Dunk's mettle is put to the test in the brutal trial of 7 years earlier. Dunk finds himself drawn to the promise of a new future, and so those were the stakes, and that's the log line for the episode. But as we got here on the battlefield, I was like, damn it, this is going to be another Tyrion moment. Because if you remember in the OG Game of Thrones, when Tywin Lannister made him fight they made him fight in some battle or whatever, and he immediately gets knocked in the head and he's laid out the whole battle. I was like, don't do that again. And that's exactly what they did over here. I think he did a good thrust. He got somebody, and then immediately he is knocked from his noble steed and Dunk is laid out, right? Tyra, how did you feel about this moment? And did it feel like history repeating? Because I said, now I need to see you on the field a little bit before you get laid out, Dunk. Really?
I expected this. First of all, if they would have done that, the Game of Thrones replay, and he got immediately knocked out, the way I would have cackled. Because that is one of the funniest scenes from Game of Thrones for me. I expected this. We already knew that he wasn't skilled in this way. We were looking to get our toe in, build ourselves up as well as our skill, take Egg along for the ride, and then become Seth Knight and formidable. But I in no way thought he was going to get out there at such a huge disadvantage. Like, I don't know what I expected him to do, but it wasn't that. And it wasn't like, oh, a little damage to the body, like, oh, a little side, like, oh, it was like, stabbed. I was like, major artery. I was like, are you okay? Are your lungs okay? Is everything still intact? Like, you took a jab that hard. I don't know what was up. I said, this cheap ass armor. What links? What were these? Because they wasn't guarding no parts of your body. It was the hit and getting knocked out and the multiple things compounding. I just kept waiting for him to get up. I was yelling, get up. And normally it's like, okay, you're getting the best of me, and then I get the best of you, and then there's back and forth, and it was just like, no, he was just down. I was like, I was out there looking like Egg. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, look at that. Is he really not going to get up? Is he down again? Is he stabbed? Is he punctured? It just kept I was very, very surprised in the worst way. I don't know why I ever thought he was going to give just as good as he was getting off the back. But, hey.
Yeah, I mean, the people were saying, he hasn't had the formal training, but I really thought, and I know they say because immediately Baelor kind of takes control in the moment once the crew is assembled, and he's like, listen, y'all, I'm going to go deal with the King's Guard because they can't touch me because I'm of the blood, all of those things. But stay on your horses as long as you can because they're going to be out to get you when you get on the ground. However, in Dunk's case, I think he's more formidable, like hand to hand, instead of on that damn horse, especially because clearly he couldn't see. Clearly he wasn't used to having the helmet or the armor or any of those things because later in the episode when he takes his helm off, I'm like, what? Keep it on.
Damn helmet on.
Keep it on, Dunk. But I got it. And so again, he's laid out. He's completely knocked out. And now we're going to go into the world of the dream, right? We're going to go flashback. And so immediately we meet Wraith and Riff Raff Street Rat. I don't buy that. Okay, it was very much giving Aladdin street urchin vibes. They're out here in Flea Bottom trying to get it where they live. I believe in the scene we first see them, they're actually trying to take the stuff off of an almost dead man so that they can sell it and get a few coppers, a few dragon's heads so that they can go somewhere. Now, we find out a little bit about Dunk's origin here. Apparently, his mom left him. He's been orphaned. And so he is like, I need to stay here because what if my mom comes back? And Wraith is like, baby boy, listen, she ain't coming back, Bookie. She ain't coming back for you. She's not. And she's like, and do you love me? All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I love you too. So that means you're going to come with me. We're going to build our own family and I'm going to be your first love, Dunk. And immediately I was like, oh, this is why he loved Tenso. This is why he loved Too Tall over there. I said, wasn't many brown girls in Flea Bottom in the first place. And the one he finds, he's immediately in love. She's his little boss and she's ordering around. Clearly she's the one responsible for their hustle and how they're getting funds. But she's got this plan. This place is too small for us. We need to get out of here. We need to go and expand. And basically, we love each other. We can be each other's family. A very cute case of puppy love wrapped in some morbidity and some stuff. But Tyra, what did you think of our introduction to Wraith and this first love of his life and getting a little bit more background right now into who Dunk is? And of course, we'll cover the brutality of it. But what did you think of this?
Wraith is why he jumped into action with Miss Mamas and her dragons. He said, "Not again, not on my watch. I'm not standing by this time. I have to do something. I have to save her because, of course, we couldn't save Miss Mamas here." This was fine. This was really great. This is backstory that is necessary. Do I want it here in this episode? No. It was just tell us Dunk is delayed without telling us Dunk is delayed. He's just such a little simpleton, you know. I want so much for Dunk, but he rules. He's just like a simple brute, you know. And I've been waiting for him to come from underneath the village idiot like stereotype for me, but he just resides there. So it's like, he was residing there long before we ever got here. He has a kind heart. He's a very sincere, sweet person. But like I told you, being noble gets you nowhere here. And Wraith knew that. We in the trench. We're in the flea bottoms. We're in the bottoms. We're in the hood. We're in the slums. You either take or you get taken. It's, well, the war is over. We can maybe just stay here. Maybe one day they'll give us free bread. She's like, what? She said, are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? No, that's not. There's always going to be war. There's always going to be give and take. Just because it's on pause or a break now doesn't mean that who lost isn't going to come back. When you do something to someone, they're going to come back and do something to you. That's just the way this world works. The best thing that we can do for each other is save, get a little coin, and get out of here. And then we have him here like this, and he's so gullible. But the fact that we're willing to take a life just to take someone out of their misery and give like a mercy killing. Like, oh, he's hurt, he's dying. I'm sorry, it's the least I could do. So I'm like, you have the capacity to do certain things. It's just the ambition and what you want to do it for. Girl, this hard not life. And we're living underground. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, what if my mom comes back?
Poor baby.
What? Clearly he has abandonment issues, and he's been through some things. He's like, I know she's dead, and I know she isn't coming back. But what if out there is just as bad? Like, let's just stay here. He's just so scared. And I was like, this poor thing. I really felt sorry for Dunk, but I was like, I didn't need y'all to reiterate, Dunk's shortcomings. I knew where he was, and I still know where he is now, and it's reflected modern day because these same tendencies are why we're losing. And I would have hoped that this would have made him ruthless and understand the way the world works and how loss can have an effect. But this really didn't deter him from who he is right now. He's still just as sweet and, as humble as they come. Wraith was about that life. If Wraith was still here, we would be way further than we are right now, I'll tell you that. But I hate that he had to just suffer at all. Like, look at them. They just look terrible.
They do. Poor baby. And I like it that it didn't change him, because it kind of goes to show that he's not going to, if that didn't change him and change his heart and his good nature, nothing will. But like y'all said, typically people with honor and that are just don't last long in the George R.R. Martin universe. But Dane, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Fair maidens, I cheated and watched a Duncan egg video. I'm so ashamed. So I knew this was what would happen, and it happened literally exactly as the video showed.
Oh, who told you to watch that? Dane, don't cheat anymore. It ruins the. Well, I mean, we only had 6 episodes. Go on, cheat, honey.
Oh Lord, do better. Dane, thanks again for the $2 super chat. Ser Duncan the limp from, you know what? I'm not reading that. Dane, stop it. Stop it. Act like you got some sense. We got company here tonight. Damn. Dane. But thank you, nevertheless, for the super chat. We appreciate you. And I honestly, like I said, I didn't necessarily mind the flashback. I just wish we would have gotten it a bit earlier in the season. I think it probably would have been more impactful. I get what they did here, especially with the whole get up thing and, you know, Sir Pennywise and all that, but, you know, we'll get to it. Anyway, a brutal end to Wraith. We just met her and we just lose her by the one-armed bandits. And I said, this is terrible. This is terrible. But again, she got this, you know, really foreboding warning. Like, you can't steal from them, Wraith. Well, baby, how else we gonna get out of town? Because she's stealing from the sinister, slimy creatures in the flea bottom. And then, of course, they find out it's not too long. So not only do they find out you stole, now they're gonna take your coin too. She slips his little blade from him, and I'm like, all right, our girl's got some wit, some chutzpah. Like, she's gonna stab him immediately. And no, next thing I know, slimy one-armed Joe is slicing her damn throat, and Dunk's trying to fight. He get in the leg, and all of a sudden, I see Ser Arland Pennywise Pennytree kick the door up in the name of the mother. Unhand that boy, and then we see a melee. It happened so fast, Tyra. I didn't even have a chance to grieve the young lady. She's just bleeding out from the neck. Dunk is traumatized. Like, oh God. Oh. And he's crawling because he can't do nothing. He cut up now. And I said, why did you bring her just to kill her in 2 minutes? A brutal end for Wraith. And I think this kind of speaks to where we see Dunk, you know, we have to defend the innocent, or maybe not even the innocent, but we have to defend the fair damsel, the fair maiden. We have to make sure they're good, because what a traumatic loss. So not only have you been orphaned, your mama done left, now your best friend, the only somebody who loved you in this world. So why wouldn't you cling to a Ser Arland, a Ser Pennywise? Why wouldn't you go over there? I mean, it made sense, but like I said, explain that earlier. And then I can rationalize why he was taking them daily beatings from this man. Tyra, a brutal end to Wraith.
This was supposed to prep you for your hard knock life, my boy. Like, there is no way that we have something like this happen so young, this intense, and then we pull up modern day with the beat down for some broken fingers and expect what? Man, we were supposed to handle up and get ghosts. Like, it's killed to be killed around here. Like, first of all, we saving, we shucking and jobbing and ducking. Stealing is very still or get stole. We got Rumpelstiltskin and his rotten ass teeth rolling up. I said, oh my God, where the hell did you come from? Like, the terrible, like, even I was like, even in the flea bottoms, this classism type of issue, we all poor. But it's just about, you know, who's willing to do what. And Wraith understood what needed to be done. She said, I bet your little gullible ass happy you get to stay here and wait on your dead mom. I was like, yeah, wake him up, Wraith. She's like, you know what? My bad, dog. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I love you. You love me. It's very, I'm not leaving here. Even with the, I thought she was going to be here a little longer, because when they go to try to hitch a ride and pay that upfront fee, it was like, it's double now. I was like, baby, if you leave Dunk, she could go by herself. But she's like, no, I'm not leaving here without you. You gotta, you know, just looking out of the window. We gotta have more good times, just a little bit longer. Pitch pennies, save and duck, and then we can come back here and leave. But I'm not going anywhere without you. Then we get here and they cut her down in her prime. I was so mad. I was like, girl, what you stealing knives for? Just to conceal them and walk off. Girl, for what? It was real yang around the house when you stole that nasty water. I was like, ew. But you stole a knife and proceeded to walk off and got cut with said knife. Girl, what was your skill? What was your scooter? I really hated to see her get cut down. And Dunk's just standing there like he's just helpless. I can't really do anything. I didn't know what to do. Girl, Sir Penny coming out the back to be a belligerent drunk and roll up. Unhand thee, I say, you two scoundrels, in the name of the Father, the Holy Ghost, and the Spirit. I was like, Sir Penny. But he saved him. And it's just like, if I'm going to follow and stick to anybody, it's going to be him. Not only did he save me, but he did it when he didn't have to. Clearly, this is someone I have to attach myself to because I don't have anybody else. This was so sad for him to watch her bleed out. But it's like, current day, I wasn't going to stand by again and let you break her fingers or harm her. I had to jump into action because I didn't jump into action for Wraith. I don't know. It's so sad.
These are the makings of Dunk. It is. These are the makings of him, you know?
But this should have, like, wouldn't this prepare you, like, to be about that action as a grown, like, why are we still so...
He drop kicked Arian across the room. He did do that. He jumped into him. There was no hesitation there.
No. I'm not talking about in comeback. If he don't do nothing with them brute fists, that's why when we got off that horse and we removed if I could just pound something to death, I can do that. I'm talking about just the way that the world works. Like, why you not out here being grimy, my boy?
You know he's not going to do. That's not in him to do, Tyra. He's a man of valor. A mighty man of valor.
Kill somebody or nothing like that. But if somebody say you need to take the fall, if somebody say I gladly pay you Tuesday for something on the back end, go behind this alley, you go behind that alley and do what you need to do. If you got to slap a couple of heifers, you got to slap them. Like, do what we need to do.
No, baby. That's not the point of him. That's not the point of him. Right. That's not who Duncan Penderhughes is. That's not the point of Ser Duncan the Tall. We gonna have us a good one.
Do what you gotta do.
So now we're over here with Sir Pennytree, aka Sir Pennywise. It's all about the love, right? And basically, we see Dunk just like a little puddle or a little puppy dog following after Ser Arland. It was never really spoken. It was just like, all right, you saved me, so I'm gonna ride with you. You know, you can slap me down. You know, I got hit a couple times, boom, 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 and we got to see the concurrent flashbacks of the slaps. But basically, just witnessing Ser Arland and all of his Dothraki singing, I literally was like, let me put the captions on, because what is he doing?
What did it say when you put on the captions?
You are not Khal Drogo. Nothing.
Oh,
it's okay. Dothraki. He wasn't. I said, how do you know Dothraki? You done rode the horse? Where's your ponytail, sir? I'm like, leave it alone. If you're not over there with Khal Drogo in them, I don't want to hear you singing in Dothraki. But he sang and was drunk for so long. But we did get to see them, you know, and Dunk is a hanger-on at this point. He's like, I just want to be close to you. I know you'll protect me. And I don't have anybody else in this world. So he grew this affinity to Ser Arland. And I mean, Ser Arland did save his life. Again, we knew it was something that made him so loyal to the memory of Ser Arland. But again, I just really feel like this would have been more poignant in the beginning. But ultimately, this is the voice he hears in his ears that finally get us back into the fray. So Tyra, what did you think about this and the little montage sequence we get of Duncan, you know, following and hanging on?
It's such a pathetic existence. I really feel sorry for Dunk. I really do. Like, this is your only somebody in the world. This belligerent drunk speaking gibberish in the middle of a field. Like, and when he woke up and accidentally stabbed and cut, he's like, old fool. I just, God, like, example. It's sad. And then him coming, even though I'm glad he saved Dunk, but was it just like some drunken knee-jerk reaction? Did you like have some reflective, reminiscing moment? Like, oh, not this time. Unhand the boy. Somebody didn't unhand me. I'm gonna go out. Like, did you really have positive intentions when you went out there to save him, or was this just some drunken behavior? Because the way he was sloshing that sword around, I was surprised that they went down. But he handled it. But it's like, you know what? I don't have anything else to keep me here. And we saw he tried to back to the little cubby space and in the fetal position. It's just like, yeah, I can't do this. This isn't a real existence. But for a little bit, I thought he was ignoring Dunk. I was like, does he know that Dunk isn't, you know, hiding all that well? I was like, do you just not care? And I was like, what is the point of saving him just to like let him die? Are you going to acknowledge him? I know you see that boy right there. But maybe he was just so out of it and intoxicated that he just couldn't acknowledge him, up until the point that he stumbled and he sees him and it's, get up, boy. I mean, I'm glad that Dunk was saved. I wish he had a better example to lead him, because it says a whole lot that this is the voice that you hear in your mind telling you to get up. And it wasn't even like, get up, Dunk. I believe in you. You
No.
too can be the knight of all knights. Come on, man. Let's go train. Let's go do a little comeback. Get up. Let's go. It's like, get up.
Girl, well, you know that's never going to be it. Ser Arland last episode was like, I don't know what to tell you if they don't. So it's like his flashbacks, I think. And you know what it kind of reminded me of? It kind of reminded me of, and y'all, listen, who's quoting The Wire? But remember when Bubbles had that little hanger on who just was like taking the cart, and it was like, I'm not really going to officially acknowledge you because I don't necessarily need this little guy hanging around me, but I'm just gonna let you stay. I see something in you, whether or not it's spoken or unspoken. And ultimately we see they developed some kind of bond over the time. Duncan would have went with anybody who showed an ounce of any kind of kindness, any kind of sincerity, I think, in the moment. And then also saving him was a big deal. Who else had ever saved him in his life? You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it. It's absolutely fine. But let's ease on down the road to this battle. Once he gets up, get up, Dunk, get up. He proceeds to get beat down, broken down like a fraction, if you will, carved up like a Christmas ham. I said he can't take any more hits. He can't take any more stabs. He can't take anything else. I literally was like, Dunk is dead. I said, this got to be a dream sequence because I know he lives. Like, I know that much of the lore that Ser Duncan eventually makes it to be somebody and go somewhere. So he can't go out like this, baby. But when he took that last breath and rolled on over, I was like, oh my God, he's dead. I said, he's dead. I said, where is the Red Witch when you need her? I said, oh, she's off her post now. The Red Witch is nowhere to be found at this point. She can't where's the Lord of Light? He's not around in this moment. But of course, we see him really contend with Aerion in this moment. And I was kind of, I don't know why, but I was a bit surprised to see how nimble and quick Aerion was. And also really impactful. It's like he kind of sized Dunk up and was like, all right, this is how I'm going to have to hit him. This is how I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to be fast. I'm going to have to stick and move to get him down because this is a big old boy. If he gets up and finds out and makes contact with me, it's going to be a problem. So we definitely see the years of his Targaryen training come up in this moment. And Dunk is just trying to find a way. First of all, he can't see. He's already been stabbed up. He's taking blows to the head. And he is just flailing at this moment and really lays all the way down until we hear Baby Egg. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Aerion gets up because he thinks he's done his biggest one and he's like, he's dead. Look at him. Look at him. Laid out. He's dead. Finally, we hear Ser Arland's voice one more time, accompanied with Baby Egg. And it's like, get up. And we finally see him get up. He takes off that helm and he's like, I'm finna go to work. And he wears Aerion out. Wears him out, Tyra. And of course, I have another slide for the yield and all that. But Tyra, this battle ensued, Aerion beating the brakes off of Dunk and the almost death, because I think he was almost out of here. Were your feelings on edge? Was the tension high? Did this do anything for you?
I said, Dunk, we came all the way here to get handled by a garden gnome? If you don't get up. Now, Aerion was very agile. I was very surprised. I mean, I can't say I was surprised at his skill because we know where it could go. I just felt like Dunk would try to utilize what he could in his size more. And he just wasn't. He was just being handled. I was like, come on. All you need is like, oh, I don't know what. I think that's enough with Jennifer Lopez because he's bigger than her. And he's like, we both know all I got to do is connect and hit you one good time. And it's over. I'm like, all you have to do is connect one time, Dunk, come on. And it was just like he was everywhere. And before Dunk could even get his bearings together, he's hit, he's stabbed. I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to die. I said, he's going to die. I say it's over. He's dead. This is the story. Next, whatever scene we're going to be following Egg. Because I wouldn't be surprised for well, I think the fandom would have rioted if they tried to subvert expectations that heavy and took Dunk out. And it was just like, what? What does this mean? But you couldn't tell me that he was going to survive this. It just was too much too soon. And before we were getting stabbed, we were getting hit upside the damn head. I was like, he just didn't know which way was up. So by the time that ninja assassin got done and he passed out, I said, oh my gosh. When I tell you I was yelling so much, I was like, get your head, get up. I was mad. It wasn't like, no, Dunk, don't die. Like, stay up, Kane. Don't die. Come on, my boy. It was not a menace to society, get up. It was very, get up. Oh, you done pissed me off. Dunk, please get up. Like, we need you. Egg needs you. Your team needs you. Get up. Boy, I swear to God, you brought us all here to die. We showed up for you. I was yelling. We were rooting for you. How dare you? And you come out here and you died. I was, poor Egg. Egg was devastated. Like, no, master, no. Please get up. That little adorable moment before the battle when he was like, don't go anywhere. Like, stay close. I better see you directly afterwards. I'll hunt you down like a dog. And Egg's like, arf.
So cute.
Poor thing. But the fact that he could even think, it's like, you're my last hope and my real brother in my eyes, as quickly as our little courtship is and our bond has like formed, I don't need you to die. Like, get up. Thankfully he got up, but for a second there, it was touch and go.
It was brutal at this point. And then what really pissed me off, right? Because after he gets up, he takes his helm off, he going to work, wearing him out. Arian want to whisper. You want to whisper. I yield. And then Dunk, like he was about to falter again. I said, don't turn your back on him. Don't walk away from him unattended. Arian is sneaky. He will slash your Achilles. I was like, I need you to get your ass back over there and finish him. And it was like, no, I'm not going to finish him. Yield. Okay. Then he drags them. I said, dragged him like a rag doll up to them people. Tell these people you yield. And then mind you, we're hearing what Dunk is hearing and his eardrums are shot. He can't hear nothing. It was like something exploded and messed up his hearing because it's all swirls and, all of the things. And so he brings them to the people. Tell them you yield. I take away my accusation. I take it away. Oh, and the man got us sitting pause up there. I said, sir, if you don't hurry up, Duncan's standing on his last leg, damn it. We don't have all day. So finally, the announcement is made. They blow the trumpet in Zion, and it's officially over. And I'm like, damn it. What are the casualties? What are our losses? But Tyra, what did you think of the yield? And what did you think of Arian even trying to be funny with that? Because I knew that little quiet yield wasn't good enough. I was really excited and happy that Dunk had the wherewithal to make him say it in front of the people. And it was like, you're pausing, and I'm seeing people getting cut up behind you. I'm like, Dunk, if you don't hurry your ass up, like, just hurry up and do it. But he ultimately did it, and we got it called, Tyra. Dunk and his 7 are there.
You supposed to die. What are we doing? I was like, why are we letting him breathe air? Because if the shit was on the other
side, they got a Targaryen for real. They ain't gonna let you do that.
Like you would have been deaded like the way I would have to. No. The yield. I yield, my lord. No, that would have been good enough. He wouldn't have been able to fight another battle again. It would have been done. The way he barely got that. Dunk has literally been stabbed 733 times. He gets that one slice on his upper thigh. My boy. No, not my boy.
It was too close to the meat, Tyra. It's too close to the meat. He said, listen, we got a bloodline.
Don't nobody want that little meat, that little banana sausage. Don't nobody want none of that anyway. But like, no, we're out here trying to give just as good as we're getting. I didn't think he got enough. Now we took the mask off, of course, and it's like, okay, now I can really see and aim, and okay, now I'm gonna just pound you into the dirt. No, I needed him to be just done after this. You can barely walk. You glad to even be alive because it was touch and go there. I yield, my lord. The fact that he even had breath to say I yield was just too much. I just needed him to be on the brink of death. Then I can throw him into his damn daddy. Say he yields me, Lord. You don't get to say it loud and tell the people. No, we've suffered too much here. And especially after what we got in the end, you needed to die. Death to you. You need to die. He needed to die today.
He looked
He did
mighty
that.
bad. He looked mighty bad.
I don't care about that.
I
It
will
wasn't
say
enough.
the little dragon, he looked toe up. Danny,
Please.
thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Egg was like, get up, Dunk, because I need you to end my brother.
It was.
Absolutely.
It
That's what he
was.
wanted.
That's what Duck, and that's why Egg was disappointed. What does he mean he yield? What? Huh? Get him. Finish him off. Yield what?
Oh my gosh. TNT Bandit, good to see you, boo. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Dunk had a Medea family reunion moment. Are you gonna tell him? You gonna tell him? You gonna tell him, or I need to tell him? Listen.
Say you're gonna tell her. You're gonna tell her.
So now we are counting the cost. We made it. We made it. We made it. And this is why George R.R. Martin, you pissed me the hell off, because don't bring my dreams up here and then crash them all down in a moment's notice. I ain't like this bullshit. Okay, so we go back. We find Raymond made it. I was so proud of that. Clearly the Humphrey boys didn't make it because he's not there. We know my baby Lionel, he gonna live. Lionel's alive. And of course, Bay comes in after the fact, but Dunk is toe up from the flow up there. Like, let's get some hot oil. And he's like, yeah, oil will kill him. I will call for the Meister. It's supposed to be hot wine, okay? A boiling wine, matter of fact. And, Egg is like, yeah, we're good. And so Bay comes in and it's like, yeah, we're victorious. I'll call the Maester down, Maester Rowan. He'll come and take care of you, Dunk. And Dunk is immediately like, I'm your man. I'm your man, because you're the realist. You're Baelor the just. You did what needed to be done, son. It's because of you and your strategy that we're even here, even able to suck air at this moment. I'm crippled. I'm stabbed up, but let me still take a knee because you that one, Bay. And Bay said, we always need a few good men. And you're a good man, Dunk. You're a good man. But you know what? My arm, my left arm is it's numb. Raymond, could you go on and unfasten my helm back there? Because I'm just feeling a little bit weird. Take it off. Oh, and you see the eyes before you see what else is going on. I said, why are they reacting like this? Bae, why you starting to talk slow, Bae? What's happening? He reaches his hand back. We see the blood. I said, oh, that ain't nothing. I said, that's just a little flesh wound. That's fine. We're fine. They turn him around, Tyra. The whole back of the man's skull is gone. Damn it. Damn. I was so aggravated because why would y'all play with me like this? Bay is dead as a door now. And immediately Duncan's like, no. Because I was going to be your man. I was going to ride for you. You were going to be my guy. You were going to be my trainer. Like, I could see it all happening. Egg is like, Uncle. So I'm experiencing all of the emotions because a fine man died, Tyra. The man who saved the day, the man who came in on his noble steed to be just and to save the people from his wretched family. And now he got to pay the price. Because champions pay the price. Tyra, we made it. I'm your man, but not really. What did you think of this moment? What was going on in your head? It took me down through there. It did.
This is why being a good man Savannah in these universe, it never pays. It never pays, even for the bays of the world. It never pays to try to be a good person. Do the upstanding right thing. Come out there for Dunk when he was in the trenches and nobody wanted to stand up for him. First of all, Dunk looked a hot ass dead mess. So just go on and cook him. Go on, put him in the hole, my lord. It's over. Go on, bury him with G and put them little rocks on his eyes, because it's just done. He's tired. No, it's like, oh, I fought the good fight, my lord. Like, I'm your man. Like, thank you. It was very POP hold it down. Like, bruh, I love you, dog. Like, I was like, all right, looking good. Yeah, we're not gonna pour any hot oil. I was like, what?
You want to cook him?
Like, why would you pour a hot oil on his flesh wound? Like, what's wrong with y'all? But even in this state, they rose up with some sense. Like, okay, well, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. But you know what? Barry, I'm happy to stand by your side. You did what needed to be done. I'm proud of you. You are very deserving to stand at my side. I would love that. But can somebody remove this helmet? It's been a little warm. It's a little hot. Something's off. I feel like my whole left side falling asleep. I was like, what? And I knew it was going to be something. That was the first thing I noticed when the battle started. because I hadn't really just looked at little tiny Tim like that. But I was like, their armor is so sharp. Like, it has all these like rough edges and like dents. Like, it's a very like tough armor. Why are the ridges so deep? Man, I was like, who hit my boy in the back of that? Whoever it is with that damn with that ball and chain, whoever.
His brother, that Makar took him out accidentally. He didn't mean to kill him, but his brother did.
You hit him?
Yeah.
Girl, when we turned around and it was a hole, it looked like he took a shotgun to the back of the head. It was gone. It was gone. I say, oh, why? Why would y'all do that? These little cute ass 30-minute episodes. Why? Aegon really didn't have nobody. At least he had two people. Like, it's just so bad. Like, this could have been like we could have been something. We could have been something special. This is why being a good person you just can't prosper in this universe. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it in the end. Baelor is a man of a certain age. He didn't live his life, a good, clean life. That's why he still looks so good. And I comment like this. Like, this is how I meet my end. This was terrible. And then when he collapsed, why old Per Dunk with his little simple ass is taking a knee. Oh no. I'm sorry. Oh God, so sorry. Oh God. What y'all trying to break Dunk down? If he about that life and in them streets after this, I don't want to hear nothing about you doing the right honorable thing. Where has that gotten you? You almost just died, and then you make it by the skin of your teeth because of those fists and brute force, and I yield. Then we come out here, and the person who stood up for us every single way have to hands at their own family. I'm sure they're gonna find a way to try to blame you. Like, it ain't about that life. Dunk can really get out my face. I don't want to hear nothing about your knight's deeds, and we have to do the right thing, and I can't do that. A knight would never. Knights are supposed to protect the innocent. I'll choke you, Dunk. I swear. The only person we need you to protect moving forward is yourself and Egg. That's it. I don't need you to worry about nothing else. Everybody else is off with their heads. Everybody else needs to die. I don't care.
That's his ninja way. You're not gonna change Dunk. If all of the stuff we saw in the flashback didn't change his nature, this still isn't going to change his nature. Dunk is still going to be a good man, Savannah. Tyra, it's his ninja way.
How many people gotta die at his expense? Wraith could have got her little coins, and she could have dipped. I want to do the right thing.
I know you're not blaming Wraith's death on him, Tyra. That wasn't his fault.
I'm just saying, trying to do the right thing. I don't want to leave a brother behind. I'm trying to do the right thing. You're not supposed to steal. We can't do that. We can't kill the innocent. We can't. Why not? What has that gotten you? Nowhere. You're on your knees in the dirt holding yet another noble man. Man, please.
Tyra, it's who he is. And I think for the universe to work, the universe has to have these good men because everybody else is terrible. There has to be some people that are going to be good and are going to last.
You can reside in the middle. Nobody ever said Jon Snow was good. He was catching bodies left and right. We got to do what we got to do.
Tyra, I think we're going to see him mature, but I think Dunk at his core will always be good and always stand up for his ninja way. And yes, I see y'all in the chat. And Raymond, yes, I was surprised Raymond made it. I honestly thought he was going to be the one to go. In addition to the Humphreys, I definitely thought Sir Raymond Fossaway was.
If he don't catch a body in that last episode, I'll wash my hands of you, good man.
Yeah. And I mean, he's gone at this point, and that's it.
What are we supposed to do now? What I'm gonna do with 2 more kids? What are we supposed to do now? Huh? Where are your allies now?
Well, the story was never Baelor, right? It's Dunk and Egg. So we're still going to have the adventures of Dunk and Egg. And Tyra, like I was telling you before, HBO people, all of them are saying this is going to be an annual show. They want to take us, all the way down through there with this. They say the production value is much lower than any of the big ticket shows. And this is one of the highest rated. I think episode 5 was the highest rated airing on HBO Max. So they're going to keep this show in perpetuity. But what I want to know for the finale from you, Tyra, what are your predictions? What are your expectations? And drop it in the chat. And not the book readers, but the people who really don't know. What are your predictions for episode 6?
Dunk way to catch a body. Okay? Several bodies if you can. Catch some bodies, throw egg on the back of your noble steed, and get out of town. Okay? That's what I want you to do. I want to see some massacre. I want to see some bodies drop. For the brotherhood, if you will, in the name of Bay. You know, when people be like, this for my homies who ain't here. I need you to drop some bodies for our homie who ain't here. I need you to do that. I don't want to see you leaving off this season, taking the high road. And we act like there's no middle ground. There's a way to do, you know, diabolical, manipulative stuff and still be a good man. Like, in this world, like, I want to see him wake up. It's like he's still asleep. Even when he got out there, the way that baby had to yell, like, move, duck, like, okay, little shock to the culture. I've never done this before. After this, and your hard, not any ass life, you don't have any more excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody. Like, I'm getting irritated because this battle was supposed to go differently. You already went out there and got your ass whipped. Okay, you barely made it out. What are we gonna do after this? I don't know. I need some murder, death, kills to happen.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't know officially, but in the previews, we do see Makar making an appeal to Dunk to take on Egg as a squire because Egg needs the training and Egg won't squire for anyone else. So I'm hoping next episode we get more training from Dunk. There's got to be some sort of consequence for what happened in the battle. So I'm very curious about what that's going to look like on the other side. But Tyra, Dunk is not going to change his nature. That's just not something I believe we're ever going to get. He's going to be
So
good.
you expecting me to watch
goodness.
multiple seasons of him acting like his elder cousin, big and tall store?
He's gonna grow, Tyra. He's gonna grow, and we're gonna have different adventures and different situations.
What you call her, Brienne of Tarth? Whatever. What you call her? What's her name?
I call her Brienne. They call her Brienne.
Brienne of Tarth, whatever. Her and that noble crap that she pulled for seasons with her blank ass mission. I don't want to see you doing that for multiple episodes.
Well, we don't know. Give them a chance. We don't even know what the episode's gonna be yet.
This was supposed to go differently. You got your ass handed to you, and I was very disappointed in your character. I swear.
I am too. I want to see Dunk fall in love, have a little romance. I want to see him in some other situations. I want to see him grow. I want to see him mature. I want to see Egg grow up. I want to see the man he's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what the journey.
I'm more interested in Egg than anything. Dunk just wanted to be a simpleton and be a straggler all his life. That's his business. Egg, I want Egg to show all of these nice, fine, noble qualities, and Master has given Dobby a sock type energy. And as he grows older and over, every year that passes, that character starts to show. And all of that little Mad King ass energy starts to seep out. I want to see some of that. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Makar, you know, Baelor was hand of the king and next in line. So now it would go down to his sons if something were to happen to the presiding king right now. And then it would go over to whoever's next. But Baelor has how many sons, y'all? Drop it in the chat and let me know. But yeah, he can't be king anyway. And like I said, wasn't king yet either. He was just next in line for the kingdom. But you guys, that was episode 5. It's only 30-some minutes. We will be back next week for the finale. Tyra, anything you want to let the people know about? Wink, wink. What's coming? What's on the schedule? Anything?
I don't know, I swear. Multiple things. Love is Blind is coming this week. The Tyra Banks doc, that'll be on the docket. The last episode of Told Me Lies is this week. Love Story, the new Ryan Murphy show is out. We're discussing that. What I'm leaving out.
90 Day Fiance before the 90
Oh
days.
yeah,
So 10.
child.
And
Why
then
are
we'll
you
also
running?
have the reality check, the America's Next Top Model docu-series that came out. We'll be talking about that as well.
Yeah.
Not Tyra's in mourning.
I'm just saying, like, that energy not gonna get you far. You're gonna be disappointed every season, bro, with this energy you're carrying around. I'm just saying.
Have mercy. But y'all, thank y'all so much for coming through. 80 some of y'all coming through to hang out with us tonight. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, hype us up. We need a good hype every now and again. Drop a comment with any predictions that you have for the finale, and no spoilers if you already know. I want real, true prophetic voices, all right, in the chat. But thank y'all so much for being here. Have the most amazing night, and we will see y'all tomorrow.
That's my mama, love their husband, sister, sandbox.